What's up, fight fans? And we're back at it with another edition here at Round One Sports TV. I am your host, Edwin, and we got an amazing show for you today. Where do all fights start? Round one. We got Keyshawn Davis coming into his first main event. He's going against Gustavo Lemos. We're gonna be breaking down that fight. Keyshawn's younger brother just fought. He made his first professional fight. We're gonna break down his fight. His older brother's getting into the ring. We're gonna break down all that and more. We're gonna cover the fight. So stay with us here at Round One Sports TV. What's up, guys? As you join the live stream, let me know if you can hear me loud and clear. And let's get this episode started here. Keyshawn Davis's older brother is entering the ring now, and we're gonna be talking about this. I'm gonna break down this matchup as it goes. I This is the first time I've seen Keyshawn Davis's older brother um fight. Look at Bomac. That. Let's talk about that, right? All three brothers right now are under the tutelage of Bomac. You know, um, you know, if you don't know who Bomac is, he is the coach, the head coach of the one and only Terrence Bud Crawford. And Bomac right now, he looks like he took all the brothers under his wing. And the first brother came out, the younger brother, he looked pretty good. Um, so I want to see some more of him. He's real long and tall for the division, 147-pound weight division. I like him there. There's a lot of tough fights there, as we all know. Jerron Bruce Ennis. He's probably the best fighter at 147 currently right now. Um, so that's a real tough weight division, you know. So his brother's coming in right now, his older brother, and I'm gonna get a good look at his older brother and see, this is a big moment for all three brothers. They got their sister. She's gonna sing the national anthem tonight, I guess, when Keyshawn Davis um fights. So here goes big bro right here. I don't know much about him. He's 6'1", 27 years old. He weighed in at 142 pounds. This is his first time fighting in front of his hometown. This could be nerve-wracking for a lot of fighters, especially young fighters, right? And the position that he's in right now, for this being, their first fights under this kind of crowd, you know, um, Keyshawn Davis, the middle brother, really did something special for the Davis family. They got the mayor in the attendance. This is a big night for the young men, and um, it's their moment, it's their time. You know, um, my man is tall. I always hated fighting shorter fighters. So let's see how he does against shorter fighters. Shorter fighters sometimes, you know, um, gave me problems. And in this situation right here, let's see if you know he reminds me kind of like Hitman Hearns, the way his waist, his length. I like he's moving good. He doesn't keep his a little wide on the shots, but that's common for green fighters, as we say in boxing. Each fighter is trying to feel each other's feel each other out and get that right distance. You know, I can imagine how much nerves are running through the man's, you know, nice, nice, nice. He's utilizing that jab well. He's flicking it out there right now and mm, mm, move. Yep, good jab, good jab. He's got to watch and anticipate the overhand right coming from the kid. See, yeah, overhand right or left, right? But that's going to be his best shot because he's tall. So he has to stay, he has to bring everything back. He has to bring it all back to it right here, right into the high guard right here and stay fundamentally defensively sound. That's what he wants to do while he has the pressure. And he has to work. He has to work. He's using the jab, but put something together behind that jab. He's tall. He doesn't want to open up because he probably understands that he's been caught in the gym for opening up. He just got to throw straighter punches, just straight. Don't loop your punches because he's tall. My man's short. He can come in the inside, so he doesn't want to loop his punches too far on the outside like this. He's going to want to keep them straight. Use that reach. Put your punches together. You're using the judges. Pa-pa, pa-pa, pa-pa. Man, he's using it to jab, but he's just not. And he sees that the other guy's watching him. And if you're noticing why he's not throwing the left hand, because he notices he's waiting for him to throw that left hand. He good feint, good now. Boom, boom. Now, yes, good, good. Now you put it together. Too much high guard. This kid is actually blinding himself with the gloves too far up like this. And this kid and Davis being so tall, he's gonna be able to, when he sees that he's too tight with the guard, now you apply the pressure. And he did. He did. But he notices he's watching him. That's why he's not letting go that left. Soon as he let go that left, he's going to try to counter and he's going to go over the top on him and he's going to try to hit him either, on the side of the head or on the jaw. But he's probably sensing that he's not. So, yeah. We're going to watch this fight right here. I want to see how this Davis brother right here fares. And then I want to break down Keyshawn Davis and Gustavo Limon, right? And I'm gonna bring up both their records off of Box Record. I'm gonna put it on the screen, and we're gonna break down a couple things, that I found very interesting in the lead up to this fight right here. And I've been trying to tell everyone that, excuse me, if Davis can pull this off, these guys got to give him credit for this win. But here's the problem. We're gonna talk about it. I'm gonna break it down, but the round just started. What's up, Carlos? How you doing, brother? Nice, good, good. Changing levels. See, he's watching him to try to go to counter over the top. But Davis is smart. He's aware of it. He's aware of it, and he's waiting for his moment. He's patient, but I would like him to put his hands together a little bit more. He's sitting back, waiting for him, watching him, waiting for this kid to open up. He's not going to. So he's going to have to create some of these situations. He's going to have to throw punches in certain places to get him to react. Once you get him to react, why did you throw those punches? What were you looking for? Work on that. And this guy right here, he's trying to lure him in. He wants Davis to get impatient in the moment. And Davis is staying long. He's staying long right now. This other kid is just, he's watching Davis and he's not, oh, okay, he tried that right hand. Davis caught him coming in. Little cat and mouse here. Both men, they know, each of them know what each other's looking for. It's one punch thing, so it's not a big read. He's swinging for the fences. Davis is doing the right thing, though. He's staying tall. Yes, now put them together like that. That's how you do it. 3-piece right there, okay. He's bending the knees. He got a little too close there for a second, but you got to take chances. That right. Nice. Okay. Against the ropes. Once again, Davis just got to anticipate that he's going to throw a punch back. The guy off the rope. He can't you can't be thinking always offensively, right? You're going to, yes, offense, but know and expect that, while you're doing your off. Yes, good. And he understands it. See, small things, like you got to see this, these are things when I watch young fighters, I want to know if they also understand that, if they've been taught this. Look at Abdullah Mason. Man, he's at the position now. Abdullah, he's young, but he's 20 now. He just turned 20, but he's gonna have to step up in his competition too as well. Abdullah. I looked up, look at the Abdullah brothers. I mean the Mason brothers, Abdullah brothers. Funny. I looked up Mason's opponent and I noticed that like his first 14 fights, he didn't fight a single guy with a winning record or even that they won a fight. There's in that 14 fight there, I think it's like his 7th fight, he fought a guy with a winning record. It was only one and he lost that fight. So everybody that he, and then he started, and then right now at the tail end of where his career is at right now, his I believe it was his last 3 fights in America, he lost. He won 1, lost 3 or something like that. So he's like 1-3. He's a Dominican fighter, and I think Abdullah Mason, if he really wants to make a statement, he needs to step up and also go up in rounds. 10-round fights now. But there's a lot of fighters out there, in fact, that don't have a lot of 10-round fights and are just coming into 12-round experience that, were in big fights like Jermaine Ortiz. He didn't have a lot of 12-round experience or 10, in fact. So, yeah, so I think that he needs to step it up. And Davis here is still staying long. He's staying on the outside. He's fighting the fight he should be fighting. He you see now right there, you see now this is what makes me nervous right here. When both fighters did this, like that, now you're trying to mess with his ego. And you see if you could fight the fighter's ego and make him come and make a mistake and try to steal the night away from him. Because you're fighting in Virginia, the mayor is sitting there, and any close decision, I think the Davis brothers might get the nod, right? I'm not going to send an accusation. I think that the first one ultimately won the fight straight up. They didn't give him no help. He won that fight. And it looks like this Davis brother right here, this guy's doing more evading and running around trying to get him to bite. He needs to stay focused, stay the course. Don't listen to the crowd. And that's hard as a young fighter. You know, with every punch, you hear the ahs, the oohs, and you start going forward and you forget what you worked on. You forget he's throwing punches back. And now you're like, oh, I'm gonna, like the knockout's right there. And you walk into something big. You got to stay focused. And with a coach like Bomac, I'm pretty sure, and having a brother like Keyshawn Davis being in some pretty big fights himself, fought a former world champion in Pedraza, and now Davis is firing off on him in the ropes. I gotta admit, for the most part, Davis is staying disciplined. He's not feeding into his ego and allowing him to like, because as you can see, he keeps evading, and Davis is like, yeah, and he's like this. He wants Davis to come in. He feels like his only chance for as tall as he is, he comes in, makes a mistake, boom. Davis got to stay. He's got to stay focused. He has to stay focused. Now, as this fight goes on, because what is it, like 3 more fights? We're gonna be into the Keyshawn Davis fight. So let me break down a few things that I found out, you know, throughout my little investigation with Mr. Keyshawn Davis. So since we're talking about Keyshawn Davis here, let's put him up first, right? Yeah, that's a real young picture of him on BoxRec, huh? He doesn't even have braids there, right? So as you can see, his record is 11 fights with 7 knockouts, right? He has 12 bouts. He 78 rounds, and he has a 63% KO percentage, right? Okay. Now, right up here where it says, you see the American flag where it says number 4? Okay, out of all in his division, there are 282 registered American fighters. Among all American fighters, he's ranked number 4. So in the 135, there, right, and around the world, you see where it says the global? Around the world, out of 2,442 fighters in the 135-pound weight division, just in that weight division, he's ranked number 10 by some organizations. And they usually typically use the highest ranking you have, which in his case, he's 3 across the board in 3 sanctioning bodies as belts. So he's even. He's 3, 3, and 3. He's ranked 3, 3, 3. So, okay. So, and then one of them, he's ranked a little bit lower. Okay. So, Keyshawn Davis, right? These are the men that he fought against. That's his first fight against Brown, right? Lester Brown there. That was, that's his first fight. His first fight that he fought, the guy had 4 wins, 2 losses, and etc. It reads as such, right? Okay, we're gonna be going down his record. These are all the fighters he fought, and then this is the outcome. You see where it says win by TKO? That means he knocked the guy out. Okay, and when you see where it says, let's see. Wait a minute. Let's see if we can blow this up a little bit more, because I'm going to want a little bit more information on this right here. So let me just tune that down right here. Good. That'll do it. Okay, because I wanted to show this. You see where it says 2-4? That means that the fight was scheduled for a 4-round fight. He knocked him out in the 2nd round. That's how you read that. And then the result was a TKO. You see? Okay. These right here, when you see UD, unanimous decisions, you'll see SD, split decision, majority decision, you know, technical knock, etc. He has a 6 round fight, a 6 round fight, 6 round fight. He only fought one 4 round fight in his career. He went right up, right into 8 round fights. And then he hopped right into 10 round fight. And this is where he started. And then this fight right here against Albright, it was ruled a no contest because he tested positive for smoking marijuana against Albright, which we all know, the weed didn't help him in the fight, you know. But testing positive, right? They strip champions for testing positive from recreational drug use. And that's a real thing in the sport of boxing. So here we go. And we're going down here, right? One of his biggest wins is probably former world champion Jose Pedraza, right? I think that was probably one of, he fought the likes of Tank Davis. Tank Davis beat him for his world championship. Um, and so Keyshawn Davis does have a former world champion on his resume here, as you can see. And he stopped him in the 6th round. Okay. This was his last fight right here. 10-round fight. He went all 10 rounds. All right. So now this is his current fight right here. Right. This is Gustavo Lemon. Let's look at Gustavo Lemon's record and let's find out. There he is. That's him right there. There's the suspect. 29 fights, 19 knockouts, and 1 loss. Right? Okay. Here's the thing. He's coming down a weight division. His last fight that he fought, in fact, right? His last fight. Let's check this out. Watch this. He fought Richardson Hitchison. He lost that fight. It was a scheduled 12-round fight, right? Okay. Let's talk about this. Many of us feel that he didn't even lose that fight. Remember when towards the end of the fight, he was challenging Richard Henderson. He was calling him in. He was hitting his gloves against his legs. He was like, let's go. The momentum started to switch in the fight, right? And he gave him all he could handle at 140 pounds. This fight right here is scheduled at 135, which in fact, he came in an astounding 141 pounds. And I've made a video about this. Some people said that man needs to be arrested, right? But now here we go again with a fighter being told he came in 6 pounds overweight. Keyshawn Davis himself went on social media and said he was this close from pulling out in the fight, right? Okay. So he knows. Then Keyshawn Davis said, you know what? I'm going along with it. Full steam ahead, right? I want everyone to understand this. And I want to show you this for yourself. And I wanted to bring this up so that you can see it. Check this out. He might have lost that fight against Richard Hitchison, which you can see right here on the board, in which many of us feel like, did he lose that fight? Well, let's talk about what he did just before that fight. Look at this fight right here against Jose. What's the win say? TKO. Next fight. 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 TKO. Do you see a pattern going on here? Next fight. TKO. How many fights did I go up? Bro, he is a bigger man than Keyshawn. Real big. And we saw Keyshawn get touched up. Guys, listen. He came in 6 pounds over. They banned Luis Pantera Nari out of Japan for 5 pounds for life. Coming in 5 pounds overweight. They banned him for life. They wanted to arrest that man, have that man prosecuted, right? If he goes out there and knocks out Keyshawn Davis, you know what they're going to say? He cheated. He came in sixth. That's exactly what they're going to say. Mark my words. I don't want Keyshawn to get knocked out. I want Keyshawn to win this fight. By all means, don't get me wrong. But if tragedy was to strike, I'm trying to tell you something right now. That's exactly what they're going to say. But wait, you really can't say that. The reason why you can't say that because you were notified and they told you, yo, he came in six. You can let somebody else headline the card. We're gonna pay you, so much money, and schedule a fight soon. You'll hop on another card. You're already in shape, right? He said no. The mayor's in attendance. My sister's singing the national anthem. My two brothers are fighting. I'm going ahead with the fight. Is this another case where that we pushed the young man to a moment where the other guy that they picked, they knew he wasn't a 135 pounder. He wasn't going to make. Why you think he left 135? Listen, guys, look at the knockout streak that man was on. And most of us don't feel like he really lost that fight against Richard Hitchison. And now you're going to bring him down to make a fight at 135. He doesn't make the weight. These are all, but ignore all signs. Ignore all signs. Ignore the fact that in Keyshawn Davis's last performance, where was his gas tank? What happened? My man was banging it out with Richard Hitchison at the end like this. Let's go! Right here. Come here. And Rich, he was like, he was like, Yo. Guys, I don't know. What do you guys think? I mean, he's got like Keyshawn, right? I put this up right here, right? Because I wanted to show, he has those 3 little belts. What are they called? What are the belts called? They're like the end some. Hold on. Keyshawn Davis's belts. What are they called? He's got like the. Let's go down here. He has got. All right, he's the IBF USBA light champion, the WBC USA light 135-pound champion, the WBO intercontinental light. But these are all like small belts, real small belts. In fact, these belts are like under the interim belts. You even if you were to get a belt like, let's say, the WBA regular, right? Or you was to get the WBC what is the WBC gold. I think the WBC gold is the interim to the WBC super, right? Something like that. All these interim belts be messing me up, man. I just pay attention to the top dogs. You know what I'm saying? And one day the IBO will be making its way. One day, not yet. One day. But, it would be like that. But these belts that Keyshawn got right now, that those don't make no mistake. Those are big accomplishments, and I would be proud to have just one. Okay? I ain't never did no shit like that. Although my situation is quite different. not really my choice, but um that would have be I would be proud of that. So the young man, I believe tonight is going to be one of his biggest secretly tests. Although he fought a former world champion in Pedraza, and people are like, okay, I think that this guy right here, because let's talk about Lemos, right? Lemos is patient, he's patient in his moments in the fight. And I think that Lemos has a lot of boxing experience, and he's been around young athletics, slick style fighters. The training camp he went into to prepare himself for Richard Hitchison, right? He sparred a lot of black slick style American style type fighters. And he tries to manage the fight in there. Keyshawn Davis being young, the mayor in attendance, mom, brothers, everybody. How is he going to respond in a situation like this? His older brother's in the ring right now, and he looks like, for the most part, he's controlling the fight, you know. But his older brother has to, just like Keyshawn is learn with each fight. So right now, this fight right here is big in a lot of different ways because Keyshawn Davis done said some shit. He done said some shit. And he called out and said he done sent out multiple contracts to multiple fighters. And that interview is going to get around. Depending on how he performs tonight, all that little stuff, you know how it goes in boxing when shit talking gone wrong. They put you on these reels. See, the media and all them that they always want to put a mic in front of your face and have the fighter, you know, hook himself, hook, line, and sinker. What'd you say about him? Tell me about it. You know, so it's up to the fighter to sometimes stay disciplined. You know, and this fight right here is in the seventh round. Davis, they're clinching right now. I've been keeping my eye on it a little bit. I don't think he's going to score the knockdown. I think this guy's durable, and neither of them are making the big mistake. They know what they can get away with it in front of each other, and I think that they both understand that. So yeah, what's up, guys? How you guys doing tonight? Do me a favor and take the time out and hit that like button for me. Lemos came in at 144. He came in at 141 is where he came in. He missed weight at 141. There was a second weight where that he had to be under the limit, the legal limit. Like, for instance, when Devin Haney fought Regis Progress, he came in, he weighed in that day, right? And they weigh you anyway on fight night. It doesn't, it they're only checking to see if you're passing that 10, 12 pound limit by a lot, they can disqualify you. Well, in fact, Devin Haney was 13 pounds over that limit. So when they reweighed him, he weighed 144. You see? And they said, okay, that's not too bad because he missed weight at 141. They rehydrated. He weighed in today 144. See? So he didn't pack on so many pounds, you know. And Keyshawn Davis was saying, I'm basically fighting a 147 pounder. I'm basically fighting a 147 pounder. Like, he's already given the impression if I fall, it's because this guy did, and then you hear everybody. Did he even try to make weight? Did he even try? This blatant cheating shit is going on in boxing? No. No, 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 no. Here's a man that's coming off of a loss. and Keyshawn Davis with a big name with top rank, and they put a big bag of money in front of him, and they asked him if he can make weight. The money's already in front of you. What are you going to say? No? Not yeah, I'll make weight. I can make 135. Remember when I fought at 135? I can make it. Bro, he's older. His body's not cutting water. He ain't losing the weight like he once did. All boxers know that. He couldn't make that weight. And you surprised he came in 6 pounds over? Why you think these fighters take some of these drugs? Not to cheat in their performance, but to help them cut weight. Just to secure the bag. And that's who they went and got. And I think this could be a mistake. Let's see how much work Keyshawn Davis is putting in the gym. It's going to show tonight, because I really truly believe he's going to need all of it to win this fight. And we'll see. You know, when you think about it, Bomac, are you serious? Terrence Crawford, the way that animal trains, even to be in the same room with Terrence Crawford, watching him train, it would inspire me anyway. I'd be on some shit where, like, I wouldn't leave the gym unless he left, so that he sees that I'm training just as hard. I'm trying to beat him to the gym. I'm trying to leave after Terrence leaves. I'm watching, I'm doing my stuff, and then after I'm done with mine, I'm staying and I'm watching him. Who else do you want to learn from? That would be like if you're in the same gym with Michael Jordan and they ask you to train with these guys, or you can you on your free time, you could either go play basketball with them or learn from him. What? Mike, I'm coming. Yo, like, you know what I mean? Like, you're gonna want it, and like, that can really, like, that was a good fight. Davis did good. He did well. It was, I think he got the win. He can celebrate and be happy. He was probably a lot of nerves. I'm surprised that these young men didn't get an adrenaline dump inside the ring with all this going on, you know? And they got the younger brother. They got him a decent fighter. They could have set this night up so much, right? But I'm glad that they went and put fighters. Oh, he dropped them? Boop, boop. That was a straight right down the pike. Yeah. Yeah. That's good. That's good. That's going to set up the night for your brother, bro. Big bro. He didn't knock him out, but he dropped him. He did good. He did good. He did good for the moment, for being young fighters, bro. And like these being your first fights, bro. That shit ain't easy, man. I think they did good. I think they did good. I'm not gonna sit here and judge them like a 30-fight veteran. I'm gonna judge them for who they are. For who they are. I want to see some more of them, the brothers, just like I want to see the Mason brothers. I haven't seen too much of the Mason brothers. I've seen more of Abdullah than all of them. But yeah, absolutely. Listen, check this. Look, I'll even do this for you. I'm going to put up the guy's record that Abdullah Mason's going to fight on BoxRec. We going to check it out. Check this shit out. Watch. Hold up. All right. This is, oh, cool. All right. That's Abdullah Mason. I can put him up first, but I'd rather put up his guy because Abdullah Mason's record, like, he's fighting the guys that he needs to fight with. That's what I have to understand. I don't expect him to have big names right now on his resume. when you watch Abdullah Mason, this is Abdullah Mason's record right here. This is the last fight that the last fighter that he fought, you know, coming into this right here. So, look, it's like TKO, 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 KO, KO, TKO. Oh, there's a unanimous decision right here. He went 6 rounds right here. TKO, TKO, KO, KO as such, because he is putting away the guys he's fighting, on the level that he is. And then when you go see, like, look, if you look up his last fighter in comparison, right? Right? You look up his last fighter. This is his last fighter right here, right? 4 losses. He's got knocked out 3 times. That hold up, let me clear some of this. Always popping up on your shit, right? My man was knocking some people out too here. Look at him. And then okay, he has a Carlos Hernandez. He lost to him. Johnson, he lost to. And then Abdullah Mason. And just recently lost right now. Okay. So, all right. Back to Abdullah Mason and his fight. Now let's look up. Let's look up his fighter. Here he is. Here's the young man right here. Impressive record. Look at this guy. 26 fights, 21 big knockouts, 5 losses. Okay. But he's only been knocked out 1 time. 21 knockouts. This guy can crack. This guy's a big hitter. He's a Dominican fighter, ranked number 6 out of 29 Dominican fighters. Globally, he's ranked 196 in that weight division, right? Okay. This is my man's record right here. Check him out. Hold up. We got to shrink this. For some reason, I can't. I got to get, you got to see all this. You got to take it all in. Yo. Okay. I guess that's good enough right here. My man's first fight, he fought a guy with 1 win, 8 losses, right? The guy was coming off a 6-fight losing streak. He knocked him out. He made it a 7-fight losing streak, right? Look at his next fighter was making his debut. Right? He knocks him out. The next guy has no wins, just 2 losses. He's coming off a 2-fight losing streak, 2 red dots. Beats him. This guy had one win, 13 losses. He was coming off consecutively a 6-fight losing streak. He beats him in the second round. It was a 4-round scheduled fight. This gets better and better. This guy had no wins, 1 loss. He's coming off a 1-fight losing streak. He beats him. Then he steps up. He dares to be great. He fights a fighter with 13 wins and 3 losses. Let's see how he did. He lost that fight, but it was a split decision, and they went the full 10 rounds. Okay? So, but this guy had a winning record. This guy's a little too tough, so I'm going to have to step back in competition, and I'm going to fight a guy with no wins and 8 straight losses. Then I'm going to fight a guy with 34 straight consecutive losses and no wins. 34 consecutive losses. My next fighter had 56 losses. My next fighter had no wins. My next fighter had 29 losses with 4 wins. My next fighter had 32 losses in a row with 1 win. This guy had no wins, 9 losses. This guy 6-loss fighting streak. This guy was on a 3. Yo, it gets worse. Whoa! Talk about a padded record. Yo, my man, your boxing record has been pulled from the file. Woo! We got one. Arrest this man for impersonation of a boxer. Put him away. Yo, listen. My God. His record is this is incredible. I don't. Well, I'm pretty sure you could probably find another guy, right? Abdullah does, but his competition, yeah, Abdullah got a dynamite. Yeah, he's a great fighter, man. Well, for the level that he's at, for the prospects, he's a great prospect, bro. Man, listen, that kid is something else. But his competition that he's fighting tonight, let's just speed things up because Abdullah's getting in the ring. He finally. And by the way, all these fights, if you haven't noticed, were in Santo Domingo. All of them, right? Look, Santo Domingo, all of them, right? All those fights were in Santo Domingo. He's from Dominican Republic. He finally stops fighting in Dominican Republic. He comes to the U.S. on a massive winning streak from Santo Domingo. Minute he stepped in the U.S., Hard Rock Cafe, loss. Next fight in New York, in the U.S., loss. Look, he had one more up here in Las Vegas, loss. All the United States fights that he's had, he's lost. But, I'm wrong. Let me be corrected. My man just won his last fight. TKO. He stopped the dude, right? Whoever lost to this guy was 30-0. This guy was 30-0. And he lost to this guy? Yo, Abdullah, watch out. Watch out, Abdullah. He might be jumping out the bushes on you. That guy with 30-0 was another padded record, I bet. Let's look this guy up. Who the hell loses? Suspect. Hold up. Okay. We got to check. Wait. We got to take this down. We got to look at it. He starts off his career with a fighter with a 2-loss streak, 6-loss streak. He only had 2 wins, 6 losses, 32 losses. He's 2-4. No winning record yet. Nope. Oh, he got a 5-3 guy here. He's 5-3. Oh, 4-2. This is getting hot. 12-19. He's going back down. He's going back up. He's back up. 19-14. Suspect. 12-0. Okay. Competition now. 18-4. Back down to bullshit. 5-2. 23-3. Okay. 2-8. And he won all these fights. 20-49. Eesh. 30-10. He didn't fight. I don't see no names on this list that are just popping out or anybody remotely. I don't really see anybody. Any of you guys see a name here that you? Yeah, I know that guy. Well, anyway, he had 30-0 and he lost to him. So my man's getting in the ring right now. And I got, man, listen, boxing, huh? There he is, the young man, Abdullah Mason. We got this dangerous suspect in the corner. And as soon as he gets out of the ring, I want him arrested. Impersonation of a boxer. Cuff him, book him. You throw away the key. All right? Yo. I can't show the fight. They'll ban my channel. I'm not what's his name? The Showbiz the adult just got a little contract with the Zone. He's gonna be commentating at the Mike Tyson Jake Paul fight. I guess that's his first gig. Congratulations for him and his channel and shit like that, man. One day, man, I'll get there, But and you gotta get permission for that shit. Yeah, copyright infringement. What was that front line? What's up, baby? Oh, yeah? Hmm. Yeah, I don't think 2 days will, like, throw off an entire training camp, even a week. Fighters have been known to take training camps, and in the training camp, they'll take, 5 days off just to let their body rest. It's actually better for you. And, while you're, like, not working out those days, in those 5 days, you're probably still jogging, keeping your cardio, but you're not really doing anything like, hard work or whatever. And sometimes 2 days off, it could be beneficial, let your body heal, you know. Abdullah Mason right now is front face to face with his opponent. They touch gloves, they're backing out. Round 1's about to begin. Let me try something right now. I wanted to try something. I'm about to give I don't want to do the audio. And they're gonna copyright me, bro. Even if I was to do the audio, if I could hear it, but I wanted to see if I could do it and then press this button. Can you hear? And then does it break up my microphone sound? That's what I wanted to know. Dula's fast. He's got that nice snapping long range jab. Mm. And my man is coming in, but he's coming in straight. He's not moving his head. He's not really like, and he's coming straight forward. Oh my God, Abdullah's down! Oh shit! Abdullah got dropped! Abdullah's about to whoop his ass. He's a little embarrassed. Come on. You know what you did, son? You know what you did? Oh, Abdullah. Oh, shit. Knocked him out! Knocked him the Ow! I told you Abdullah's about to break him. If they let this continue, Abdullah's going to hurt him. Turn around, look at me. Step this way. They gonna let this man check this dude's up so that Abdullah can get his payback. This is a slaughter right here. You want to drop Abdullah, and you got to take it now. Oh, oh shit! He dropped Abdullah again. Oh, this is crazy! Yo, Abdullah! Yo! You got to expect a punch coming back. Exactly what I'm talking about with young fighters pushing the offense. You have got to expect, and this, I guess, the Dominican dude can crack. And 21 knockouts. He ain't. Listen, he got a big punch. He just doesn't have. He wasn't born with the skills, but he knows he's a fighter. Okay, I see who he is. I see who he is. If he catch you flush in a club, that dude will probably drop you. But he's not the best technical fighter. Abdullah's mistakes is when he went in close, he didn't he's not he can get caught. Damn, that's an exciting round right there. Okay. All right, I learned something. I don't know what he's saying to him, but his father just saw his son go down for the first time. Woo! Let's get it. Let's get it. Yo, did you see that? My man. Oh, look. Ooh. They were exchanging the court, and Abdullah said he opened up, not expecting a punch to come back. Exactly what I was talking about when I was talking about the Davis brothers. And this young man did exactly that. The crowds and moments, everything. You got to stay sharp. You got to anticipate the person punching. Oh, he dropped him. Yeah, he did. Come on, baby Abdullah. I kind of like that in a way. It's going to make him be better in the gym. He's going to know he can be hurt. He's going to be a more defensively sound. This guy can hurt him. Sometimes these young men come up and they're not really tested early in their career, and they buy into the concept that they mysteriously have this iron chin, and no, you were just really outboxing and beating your opponent. They never really got to turn a punch and hit you with everything they had because you were whooping their ass. My man right here, this Dominican dude, bro, he's got a punch. Oh, Abdullah Mason. Look how defensively sound Abdullah Mason is right now. But he keeps, I mean, when he's in on the inside, he has to understand that this Dominican dude is smart. He might not do a lot of things right, but the one thing he does right is anticipate Abdullah Mason to open up, and he sneaks him with that shot. That's the one good boxing thing this Dominican dude is doing. That if Abdullah gets close to him, as soon as Abdullah goes to open, he sneaks that shot in. Bow! And he beats him to the punch, and he hurts him. This Dominican dude might not be, like I said, the most skilled. Abdullah punched him in the hip. I think his hip. Abdullah swinging for the fence, bro. He's swinging with bad intentions right now. Abdullah, pick up your hand. Pick up your right hand. Oh, good body shot. Good. Good body shot. He's done. He's done. He's done. He's done. It's over with. He's done. Okay, Abdullah, back to the drawing board. We don't need to talk about anything else. Good performance. Way to face adversity. He was dropped for the first time. These are situations I talk about in boxing that you will not know about your fighter until they are in these boxing situations. What will you do if you get knocked out in the fight, knocked down? And how do you respond? He wasn't knocked down just once, but twice. His father's probably telling him right now, you know they're going to put these memes all out. You know what you said about Naoya Inoue. Naoya Inoue got dropped. They said, what'd he do? Abdullah Mason just got put down for the first time in his career, in his young career, and he responded well. He responded well. That last shot was a little, but he was done with the body shots anyway. It didn't really matter. So, I think the young man's gonna learn a lot. And just when I was gonna have this man arrested for impersonating a boxer, I guess that's why he kept his boxing license. They said, we see what you are. You're a big puncher. Just don't got all the skills in the world. Those are those guys that can derail your career. That was a monkey wrench that the matchmakers knew. His record probably wasn't, and they Abdullah makes is like, for real? It did? He probably don't remember a lot. In a lot of fights, it's common when the fighter, like sometimes depending. I've had fights where I completely remember everything because the fight was a walkthrough. But there were fights where I had the butterflies, and then I kinda, like, entered, like, the zone, so to speak. That's what we call it. You I went into the zone. After the fight was over, they were like, "Yo, you did this," and the guy goes, "Yo, remember when you did that whatever situation in the fight?" And I gotta look at my friend or whoever was with me, and I gotta say, what happened? What'd I do? Did I do good?" And he's like, "Yo, yeah, you did great. You did this." I don't remember. You kinda like, you know, I would like to hear what he says right now. He's a little embarrassed. He doesn't know what to say. He's never been knocked down before. But what he keeps asking him, "But what did you learn?" Mm, I don't wanna get banned for too long here or whatever, but I'm not gonna leave it. Uh, it doesn't seem like the family knows what the commentator's asking him. You know, he's asking him boxing questions. What did you learn? And he's expecting him to say, I'm going to go back and work on my defense and learn not to overlook an opponent. Answers like that, you know. And he keeps saying, I give the fans a good fight. And, you know, um, they've never been in a situation like this. What he's looking for, the announcer, the guy that's talking to him, he's looking for him to see if, as a young fighter, he recognizes what he needs to do and how to get better. He wants to see if, because some fighters will come out of a fight delusional. No, I slipped. No, he never had me hurt. I was never hurt at any position. No, accept what happened and learn how to deal with it. And I heard him say exactly what I said without even hearing them. That man had a few hidden talents, and they came out in the fight. And I revealed. I said, "Yo, I now I see who he is." I've seen a lot of fights, a lot of fights, and I when I see it, I know what I'm looking for, and especially when I have, you know, um, video on a guy where that I can look the guy up and stuff, and I'm more familiar, even better then. But even then, sometimes I don't even see it all. Sometimes I go back and rewatch the fight, and you always see and learn something from every fight. So that's what I like, So right now, I think that this fight right here, is this Isley? I think I think this is gonna be Isley and Howard. I'm not sure. I haven't, oh, they just showed somebody. It was too quick, I didn't catch it. But, I think Isley's bald-headed, and the guy that they showed, I only saw the top, so I'm not sure. But I think that if that's the next fight, right, then that's the co-main event. Then we go to the Keyshawn Davis fight? Alright. So, I thought there was another fight in between. No, actually, no. I believe that's the co-main event. I'm not listening, I can't hear them. So, I'm just watching it, and I'm like Okay, and I'm reporting all of this just off the straight top of my head. So all my everything that I'm calling, it's what I see, and this is how I view it, regardless of what they say, you know. So what's up, Bam Bam? How you doing? Frontline Armando in the building, always showing the love. And as you know, the Notre Dame World Championship is on the line tonight. So let's not act like the Notre Dame World Championship is not on the line, because it's very much on the line. The pad and paper is coming out. Let's see if you can predict who's gonna win the Keyshawn Davis and Gustavo Lemon fight. Who's gonna win? What round? How do you see the fight? Okay, and I'm letting Bam Bam know right now, just in case he didn't see it. Lionheart is back, and he hopped in the live stream just yesterday, I think it was, right? And Lionheart's coming for his belt. He said, "Yo, you guys never beat the champion, all right?" He said he don't care who the phony baloney champion is. He said he coming for that belt, all right? So Lionheart, if you hear me, when the main event starts, hop in. Try to regain that title. Ah, Bam Bam. Will he make another successful title defense? Another? He never made one. This would be his first. Yo, Bam. Man, that was exciting. That fight right there with Abdullah Mason, man. Look, the young man, you know, he was going in for the kill. What can I say? He was going in for the kill. And this Dominican dude, bro, he almost shocked the world. He was this close, man. You know, that second knockdown, he caught him pretty good. The first one, he caught him, surprised him. But I think the second one knockdown was even more, you know. And he could have stole the night. I'm pretty sure that everybody behind the scenes, the Davis brothers, there's all the Mason brothers and family there, and they just saw him go down. And as we all know, that they gave Schofield a lot of shit, and he was actually pitching a shutout in that fight, Schofield, and he got knocked down for the first time. And everybody said now he's not ready for nobody. Now he's been exposed, according to everybody, and all this other shit. So now, what are they going to say about Abdullah Mason? Now, what are they going to say about him? And him being dropped right now, not once but twice. He was able to stop his fighter, though. The difference is he knocks out his fighter rather than Schofield went, the distance. So, um, I mean, yeah, that does count for something. You know, you get knocked down, but you knock out the guy. That yeah, you can't ignore that. I know that a lot of people right now on social media, especially Abdullah Mason's ops, you know, they're gonna be like, oh, posting and everything, but hey, just stay away from social media. Don't even worry about that. You know, like he said though, he was right when he said this is boxing. You are in a fight, aren't you? The fact that you got knocked down, it's probably likely. What'd you do? Did you lose the fight? No, you came back and won the fight. Tell me how. You knocked them out? Okay. And that's better than getting knocked down for the first time, I guess, and just winning the fight on a decision. I would say so. So look, the young man. learn something no matter what tonight. I know later when all the adrenaline runs out of him and he's back in the gym and they're talking about what happened, what went wrong. And he'll see himself. The fact that he was able to also see, I'm not sure if it was his coach or him. He said he had some hidden talents. So, you know, he's Mason has been around, and his father and coaches, they've been around the block to be able to decipher these kind of things, boxing situations. So, yeah, I rather that he experienced that now young in his career rather than a championship fight, right? So um look at Sweepy Pernell Whitaker with a record of 40-4, 1-17. Wow, I haven't seen and read or heard those names in a long time. Sweepy Pernell Whitaker was one defensive. If you think Floyd Mayweather whether was good with his defense with the Philly shell, when Sweepy Pernell Whitaker was like not at the height of his career, a little bit further back. That's when I think Sweepy wasn't as bad as he was into the drugs and alcohol and women and stuff. He was still hungry. When he was like in the beginning of his championship run, he was still real dominant. And that's what I'm talking about with Sweepy. Um, that I'll take that version of Sweepy Pernell Whitaker against anybody. Man, was he hard to hit. You know, um, drugs, you know, alcohol. It took him out of the gym and it made him a little less fighter. You know, and these are some of the pitfalls that come with status. As an athlete, you go to these parties, and next thing you're in the back room with five naked women and on a mountain of drugs. And this was all set up by another promoter that's thinking in the future. 2, 3 years from now, my guy is going to end up fighting that guy. Promoters and people that are in the game, that are in this day-to-day base thing like this, they see this. 2, 3 years from now, that guy's going to try to fight my guy. I'm going to mess him up now in a different way. A lot of fighters fall to that. Yeah, they do. Yes, they do. What's wrong with my man's eyebrow? He got an accident, or is that a birthmark? Because you know how people have birthmarks. I'm not hearing them, so I don't hear what's going on. But his eye, oh, that looks like an accident right there. And they talking about it. What happened? Uh, I'll find out about it. My man came out ready. He don't need no jacket. He don't need to take off no robe. He came straight out the locker room ready. Isley looked okay in his last fight. I remember Isley's last fight. I watched it. Um, I remember in that fight, he had to you know, battle. He had a good fight on his hand. Um, who was his last fighter with? Yeah, I'm gonna have to look it up because Now I'm interested, and I remember watching it too. I'm just a little stunned right now too. I gotta admit, watching Abdullah Mason go down for the first time, I'm trying to play it off, but I am a little stunned. I am. Mm, okay. Troy Isley, 13-5 knockouts. He's 13-0 with 5 knockouts. Uh, Orthodox boxer, 26 years old, 5'10". He's got a lot of unanimous decisions. He's coming off of unanimous decisions against Martinez. Martinez was 10-0 coming into their fight. He's fighting Howard Tyler. Howard. He's got 20 fights with 11 knockouts with one loss. He wasn't stopped. Um, his loss came. His call. His loss came to Ivan Green, right? In which he went. That was a scheduled 8 round fight, and he lost by unanimous decision against Green, right? Okay, but he is coming off a majority win coming into this fight. So, and that was a 12 a 8 round scheduled fight. He's coming into this fight against Troy Isley, and this is a 10 round fight. And of course, this is going to be a title defense, right? Wow, a title, huh? 10 round fight for a title? Is that a real title that he got? Let me see this. Hold up. Let me check this out. What kind of belt does he have? Oh, he has the WBO NABO middleweight. Okay, that's what he has. That's not a well, like I said, it's a good accomplishment. The goal, the end goal is to get to the top belt of that weight, the WBO, get the super. That's the end goal. That's a step in the right direction. Absolutely. Step in the right direction. Good accomplishment. Not a world championship. No. But that's a step in the right direction. Yeah, Mason. All right. Yeah, man. That shit was crazy, bro. That shit was crazy. It went down, bro. He needs a what? A super right? And here we go. Troy Isley. Mhm. Mhm. You guys are wild. What's up, Ryan? How you doing, brother? Oh, hold up. Just in case any of you guys want to hop in and share some thoughts. I I I don't like to always talk alone. Troy's really working this jab. I've been paying attention. He's been snapping this jab at this dude. Um, it's been keeping him at bay with that piston like jab. Right now, both fighters are really just testing the waters right now. Both fighters, couple jabs here and there, seeing if one of them tries to dart in, take a chance, which one is going to take a chance first, and who's going to make a mistake and who's going to capitalize on it. And that's what separates professional boxers from amateurs. Amateurs by now they would have been slugging it out. It's not a lot of feel out process, 3 rounds. You don't got a lot of time to make reads and stuff. You got to go in there and mix it up, make shit happen. And that's what the amateurs really, really prepare you for the pros. Is that when shit gets hot in the pros, that's where your amateur rock'em sock'em, you know, play comes to play. You know, you've been through that game, and it's just as you move up, you gotta bring your cardio with you. This guy's getting Howard. He's getting close. It's a pretty competitive round, but I still give it to Troy Isley. I'll give him that round. All right, young man. The night is set. The stage is set. What's going on? Keyshawn Davis, Norfolk, Virginia. yo, yo. What? Half what I said this. You guys are crazy, man. I think the fight's gonna break out any minute now. He's real stationary, Howard. He plants really heavy, both feet. He doesn't have any arch in his on it. He's not standing on the balls of his feet. He's really like solid there. And he's ready. He's really tensed up and he's like ready to punch hard. He just needs Isley to step over that threshold in that range where he knows and you done messed up, you know? And he's just waiting to fire off. But Troy, you know, he's bouncing off of his feet. Oh, nice. And Troy's gonna wait for him to go in. He's gonna snap him with that check hook. Good level change downstairs to the body. Um, he really hasn't given Isley any different looks. Isley's seen the same setup for defense. He's his posture's the same. He's circling out the same way. He's doing the same thing when he resets, where he does this little thing with his head, and he's late with his right hand. He's throwing his right hand from a further distance from here. He doesn't want to overextend, right? So yeah, you could see his okay. Troy needs to push him to the other side. Make him go this way. You'll have him walk into a shot. Troy's just following him. He's allowing him to keep circling this way, right? Where he's comfortable. He trained fighting going this way. Push him to the right. I mean, to the left. Push him to the left. Don't let him keep going right. Cut off the ring. Put your foot there on the outside and make him go this way. He's going to move awkwardly. In that moment is where you have to create your opportunities to counter. But if Troy Isley is just allowing him to keep going this way, and he's going to allow him to fight him at his best, you're going to have to take some things away from him. You're going to have to take some things away from your opponent. So, yeah, everybody saw this so that you guys know. The fire stick's gonna be working overtime. That shit's gonna be red hot. He's gonna have fans on it and shit. Shh. The fire stick people are gonna be like, damn, we're getting a big signal from over here. Is it Bam Bam's house again? Yeah. Must be fight week. Nice. Isley got to stop allowing him to continue to fight this way at his best. Isley wants to take some of it, Troy wants to take some of this out rather than like I'm telling him, he's 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 got to cut him off at the path. And it looks like my man's not moving real well. Maybe it was because of that injury he sustained to his eye, maybe on his legs or something. I'm not sure where the injury he sustained, but he doesn't have the best footwork. It's step, step, shift, shift, step, step, and then he's planted. Step, step, planted. Step, step, planted. He's just like shifting forward. It's basically what he's doing. Isley, he's a young fighter. Um, he's got to have to build from this too and learn boxing situations. You can make the fight a lot easier for yourself, or you can make it a lot harder. And I think that Troy Isley's coach needs to tell him the reason why this dude is evading his shots and his punches too, right? Because this is the way he trains. The Howard guy. He's used to this shit. You got to switch it up. This Howard dude's getting closer and closer. What do you, Troy? What are you doing? Put some punches together. Make shit happen, bro. He's watching Howard. Is he serious right now? Does he think a jab's gonna win this fight? Which in a lot of cases you can just win a fight with a jab, and I'm in agreement with that. But you mean to tell me the first time you start talking shit at a press conference, your training was to go out there and win by jab? Hmm. Don't show Bam Bam that. And look, Bam Bam's fire stick is moving right now. Need some big fights right here, man. Robesi, Espinoza rematch. This one is another rematch. Two rematches. And to tell you the truth, guys, right? Valdez, the Valdez fight and the Robesi fight, I see them two fights going exactly the same way. I'm not sure if Robesi beats him now. He's fighting like a champion, bro. I'm not sure if Robesi beats him. And I think that um Valdez is gonna fall to Navarrete again. That's my take. Um Valdez doesn't have enough punch to you saw it in the fight. He doesn't have enough punch. And the one thing I criticized Valdez in that fight was he didn't make no adjustments. When the initial fight plan that you had to it wasn't working by the fourth, fifth, sixth round, when do you decide you got to switch it up? He kept doing the same thing against Navarrete. He didn't know how to make reads of such an unorthodox fighter. Because, as we know, Valdez doesn't come in with a game plan. I mean, Navarrete, I'm sorry. Navarrete doesn't come into a game plan into none of his fights. He kind of lets nature take its course. He's kind of like a instinctive fighter. He knows how to push the pace. He hits fairly hard, and he's just gonna fight you. He's a brawler. Navarrete. Valdez saw some of these things and made no adjustments. Zero, nothing. He kept doing the same, and I was just like, he's got him. He got his number. So, although Navarrete, and Valdez will try to, uh, he'll try to look good or different for 2 or 3 rounds until Navarrete catches up to his ass, and he's just gonna divert right back to the old fighter, and Navarrete might even stop him this time. My opinion, you know. As far as Robesi and Espinoza, the way Espinoza fought last time, his first title defense, right? I felt like he fought like a man that recognizes I'm the champion in the ring, and he's fighting like a champion. If Robesi recognized that those cars I have parked outside, those silk sheets I sleep on, that belt is what provided that, and he really went back to the drawing board and in the gym. Don't get me wrong, Robesi has all the skills in the world to beat Espinoza and get his belt back. When you beat a man, I really think that, you know, the next time you fare against him, I think you'll be more confident coming into the fight than he would be. And it was just the way he beat Robesi, where that Robesi was beating him, dropped him, and I really think he got an adrenaline dump in the fight. I think he let the fight go. He thought this guy's done. Espinoza was hurt, bro. Bad. And then Espinoza ends up getting like a fucking, not a second win, a third win. Like, it was insane. And he looked like he started getting stronger later in the fight. I was like, this skinny dude is getting stronger. And when I saw that he hit Robertson with that shot, his legs wobbled. I knew right there. I said, Robertson's in trouble in my head when I was watching the fight. I said, shit, he's in trouble, man. But I was thinking maybe he will survive the storm. And and maybe this guy will get tired because he threw so many punches. And Espinoza, man, it was like he was like a shark that smelled a drop of blood in the ocean. It once he saw that Robertsi staggered, oh my God, he just kept going and going. He was like the Energizer Bunny rabbit. He like, ah, he was just kept and he straight up outworked, outperformed, and outlasted Robertsi in that fight. And that's why I think that maybe just perhaps those two fights, it's going to be the same outcome, guys. I don't. What do you guys think? Let me know what you guys think. My shows, if I keep up with the chat, my shows will be 4 hours long. Hell yeah, they would be. Hell yeah, they would be. But I'm reading your chats today. Mm. Because we got good vibes over, good vibes in the chat always. Oh, nice. Howard caught him with a nice shot. Isaac, Isaac is that jab is great. I just want to see him put a few more punches behind that jab. There we go. It's in the fifth round already. This fight should have broke out by now. I was thinking the fight would have break out around the fourth. Oh, nice. A sneaky little shot by Isaac on the inside right there. Caught his attention. You guys are crazy. What I can do is make this bigger now because I think from here on in, I'm going to. So you guys know what this is, right? The book. All right. This is where we take down names and round predictions for the Notre Dame's World Championship of the World. You know what I'm saying? We might as well just start talking about this. 6 seconds left in that round. You know, but we got this fight right here coming up. And man, I tell you, we were fooled by one person's resume, but my man coming off a pretty impressive knockout streak. I'm a little worried for Keyshawn. I want Keyshawn to be able to back some of these fights out and see him fight against some of these fighters he called out, right? So I really want to see him, do his thing. So we'll see. We'll see. What's up, Mark? How you doing? Espinoza planning to move up in weight. What is he saying here? Move up in weight. Yeah. Um um Abdullah Mason. almost miss weight. Didn't he come on like the weight limit? Is another fighter that I believe has to move up. A lot of these fighters, um, Espinoza is so tall for the division, and when you win money, you could finally eat. You know, you could afford some things. So now he's gaining weight, so he can't make the weight no more. Because just before he had the belt, he was starving to death. He had like the hunger six pack. It was like a 12 pack, right? Abs are so hard to maintain. You gotta be like really training into some shit, but to keep abs all year round, unless you're 17 or 19 years old, that shit's not gonna happen. I had abs when I was a kid for no reason. I never worked out. I just took off my shirt and there they were. Abs. You know what I mean? I was an athletic dude. I played every sport, so yo, nah, what are you talking about? What are you guys talking about? All these gimmicks and tricks that for the pen. Can't write my pick right now. The pen's not working, but I'll get to it. Yo, make your predictions right now. Who do you got in the fight? Stop avoiding it. You know, you guys, man. You guys want to wait everybody else out. Stop. Bam's trying to wait everybody out right now. Bam, let's go. You're the champion. Let's get your pick in. Who do you got? What, where, and when? Let's go. I'm surprised Lionheart, he's probably in his house watching the program, but waiting for the fight. He's like this in a corner of his house, like this, meditating. Lionheart right now. He's like this. He's just hearing everything until the fight is ready. So he'll slide in right off of his cloud and he'll make his prediction. He'll be like, the real Notre Dame champion is here to make his prediction. So don't think you're safe, Bam. He could be lurking. He could be lurking. He's coming for that belt. All right. It's not a title fight. What you mean, Bam? It's not a title fight. It don't matter if it's not a title fight. It's a main event, and the belt is on the line. It doesn't have to be a title fight. It has to be a main event. Bam, why are you trying to? Hey, yo, Frontline, did you hear this shit? Frontline, do you? Frontline. Ah, man. The cheating conspiracy is real. They'll all have you thinking it's me when it's really them. These guys are amazing. Something else. Mark, yo, 1-800 Notre Dame is. Yo, you don't know about this one, Frontline? Yo, Frontline's a sucker. Yo, he's sticking up for Bam Bam. Yo, Bam Bam test positive for PEs and Frontline is defending him. Oh my God. What's going on here today? Yo, Armando, you gotta. Hey yo, where is bed? Yo, listen. Yo. All right. I'm making a pick. I'm making a pick. Here he goes. Hold up. I can't make my pick without consulting with the Oracle. You guys know. Yeah, and by the way, there's no crystal ball on planet Earth. All those are bootleg. This is the only real one on Earth. That's it. This is it. If you have one, unfortunately, yours doesn't work because this is the only one on planet Earth. So this is it. All right. Well, crystal ball, what do you see? Hmm. I see Bam sweating in his boots because he knows his little title ring is coming to an end, and it's gonna come to an end tonight. There will be and the new, but it won't be Bam. He's gonna be very sad. That's okay. Oracle, crystal ball, tell me, tell me who's gonna win the fight tonight and how. I see. The crystal ball has spoken. Carlos says, real quick, like, Carlos gonna jump in and he gonna make his prediction real quick. Carlos is not scared. He's not that dude. Carlos, like, bro, Carlos type of dude, like, Bam and his, if Bam Bam front line, Carlos and Armando were boys, and they were on the street, Carlos would throw the first punch. You know what I mean? Because these dudes ain't doing shit, but Carlos is over here stepping in. He's swinging first. Ha! And Bam, he's like, yo, I got your back. I'm going to run and get help. And Bam started running the other way. I'm like, yo, Bam, where you going? Oh, man. Front line's laying on the floor. On the front line, get up. Oh, my God. Sixth round? Woohoo! Okay. It's IBO version of the it's the IBO version of the Notre Dame's world title. No, no, Bam Bam. This is the official Notre Dame's super heavyweight championship of the world. All right. Yo, look at Bam Bam trying to put restrictions on the title. He don't want to give the title up. He got a little bit of taste. He got a little taste of the glory of being champion. He doesn't want to let it go. See what I'm saying? Notre Dame's world championship. Big thing around here. Big thing. And I think it's time we had a new champion. I think it's time we had a new champion. This Troy Isley fight is in the 8th round. Bam Bam's belt is counting down. Come on, Troy Isley. Come on, man, Howard. Knock somebody out. Let's get this party started. We need a new champion in the building. Bam Bam said, this is the IBO version. Damn. All right. Let's get these predictions in, guys. Let's get these predictions. 1-800 Bam at Twitter. Yo, Armando. Yo, I'm gonna make my pick before the fight start. I ain't never made it when the fight started, so you can't say that. You guys can't say I am a blatant cheater. I have yet to cheat ever. I make accusations of cheating, but I don't actually cheat, right? Like Bam does. And now Armando. Armando tested positive for PEs when he won the Notre Dame's World Championship. We just got the results in today. He has been as disqualified as a champion. Yeah, yeah. So Armando, you gotta get in. You gotta get in. You're gonna have to get in. Toll free. Doesn't call nothing to call. Doesn't cost nothing. So, Bam Bam, what's your prediction? Frontline, what's your prediction? Armando, what's your prediction? Mark, what's your prediction? And I know Lionheart is listening. I know he is. He's out there lurking, lurking, waiting to slide in and make his prediction. You guys think I'm bullshitting, right? Okay, it's gonna happen. This has been like jab, jab, throw two punches, jab, throw two. I think the fight is picking up now. I haven't really been paying attention that intense the last few rounds. There were a couple rounds where the action picked up, but for the most part, you know, I think Troy really gotta, he doesn't want to go in there and do something stupid. Out of everybody that was supposed to win the fights tonight, I don't believe there was an upset. I don't think that. Well, 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 no, no. There was the kid there that had the American trunks on. What was his name again? I don't think that was an upset. I think he was expected to win. He was he was an undefeated fighter. So I don't think there was any real clear upsets. I think there was some shocking moments watching Abdullah Mason go down for the first time. But for the most part, the first two brothers the Davis brothers did what they had to do. You have to judge them where they're at in their career and why, you know. So in fact, they could have really gave those two brothers some tomato cans, and they actually gave those the matchmakers actually did a good fight for both Davis brothers. So I mean, for the first brother, where can you judge his competition when he's on his debut? What are you going to say about the guy you got to fight him? So unless that guy's on his debut, that other guy got more boxing experience off the rip, pro experience anyway, if you're making your debut. So, yeah. And I kind of think like Terrence Crawford kind of brought Keyshawn under his wing. The benefits of that gave his brothers opportunities to work under the tutelage of Bomac for a few years, like 3, 4 years, I heard. And, you know, they probably didn't pay him or couldn't afford Bomac, but being around the ring, being that extra hand, sparring with some of the guys, giving the guys good work and stuff like that, and always being around, learning, you know, um, and they were able to, get some good coaching and stuff. And I guess Bomac saw something in the brothers, and yeah, I guess he committed himself to training them. So let's see where they go from here. Wow, this guy Howard right now is Keyshawn Davis is gonna have to stay sharp tonight. He's gonna have to stay sharp, guys. He's gonna have to be on alert. Um, if Keyshawn Davis was in the back of the locker room, and if he was watching any of these fights and he saw what happened in some of these fights and what some of the fighters were struggling in, it's easy to watch a fight from your couch watching on TV because you could see everything. You're not in the fight in the moment. It's like one of those situations where you're in a fight. And after the fight, you think I should have did this, I could have did that, I could have did more. You know, and you don't want to leave the fight in the judge's hands, and you don't want to leave that night thinking I could have did more. You want to make sure you left everything out there if you had to. You know, so if he's back there and he's watching these fights, he could see boxing situations, and he could see things, and he could be a little judgmental, but at the same time, he can learn something even in this moment, and remind himself of past fights or situations he's been in, and not to allow himself to make those mistakes perhaps he made early in his career. We don't, and let's just keep it honest, with only 11 fights right now, which is ironically, I want to ask you guys this question. Okay. I thought about this today, right? When Keyshawn Davis called out Tank Davis, right? The world on social media went crazy, right? They lost their mind, right? Okay. Check this out, guys, right? And one of the biggest things I've heard online right now is that Keyshawn Davis only got 11 fights. And in fact, I said this myself, he only got 11 fights. So he doesn't have a lot of boxing experience to fight such a fighter as Javante Tank Davis. Then I thought of this and I said, really? Okay. Then why is it David the Monster Benavidez is going to fight David Morale, and everybody says that's going to be a massive fight? But wait a minute, David Morale only has 11 fights. So why is it that David Morale is ready to fight David the Monster Benavidez, but we don't think that Keyshawn Davis with 11 fights is ready or could want to fight a guy such as Tank Davis? But the world is excited. David the Monster Benavidez stepped up to give us an amazing fight with David Morale. This is the best fighting the best. He's got 11 fights. So if a guy with 11 fights can call out that kind of fighter and get the fight, then that's not clout chasing. I think Keyshawn Davis had the right to call out Tank Davis. Tank Davis, as a world champion and as a fighter, does this hurt his feelings? He's in a job where that's what the men are supposed to do, call him out. So when we look at this objectively, is Keyshawn Davis not ready for him with only 11 fights? Or could 11 fighters could be different? Is there such a thing in the pros? Can't start counting who had a better amateur career with 16-ounce gloves on and headgear. I'm not going to go for that. 11 pro fights are 11 pro fights. But yet, Keyshawn is cloud chasing with 11 fights. But David Morale, no, he ain't cloud. Matter of fact, when he got the fight with David, that's a great fight. That's the fight we want to see. Really? Really? A guy with 11? Okay. I'm looking something up right now. Just gotta all right. All right. Well, we gotta get this fight started to see where they're at. Oh, they check. They went the full distance. They're gonna come to um an announcement. Both fighters think they did good. Uh, I can't really definitively say that I was watching the fight. But let me tell you guys something right now. Back to the David Morale shit, right? Check this out. He's 11-9. He's got 11 fights with 9 knockouts. Just remember that. All right. Keyshawn Davis, 6th round. That was Carlos already. He's the only one, I think. Come on, guys. Get him in. Stop. Stop this laggy gagging. Nobody wants it. Oh, Armando said Keyshawn Davis, unanimous decision. I see you, Armando. He's got Keyshawn, Armando, Hernando. One day I'm just going to call you by your right name. But until then, you're Armando. He's got Keyshawn, unanimous decision. He's got the 6th round. Nah, Bam Bam. Whoever wins the IBO championship, yo, Bam is trying to get out of it. People do not. Bam does. He don't call the title shit run here. Okay, I I run the title chip, the championship. Yo, man, got me messed up. Man, don't want to lose tonight. Nope. I run the contest here for the championship. Put in your votes. Full Notre Dame's World Championship title on the line tonight, guys. Come on, step in. See if you can pick the fight. All you got to do is pick the fighter and the round and be correct, and you will be awarded and announced as the Notre Dame's World Championship champion until the next fight, in which, in fact, we have fights tomorrow. So whoever wins tonight just might, in fact, might be a short, real short title run. You know, not unless you nice with it. You know what I'm saying? Let's go, people. Yeah, okay. And look, Keyshawn Davis, what is he? 11-7. All right, young man. You know, you did a lot of talking. Let's see where you at. I'm gonna say, Carlos. You had the other guy, right, Carlos? You said the other guy, 6th round, right? That's who you want. You got Keyshawn Davis, don't you, Carlos? Yep, he sure does. All right, all right. All right, let's go. I'm gonna take this is a 10 round fight, right? 10 round fight. The likely outcome is that Keyshawn Davis goes 10 rounds with him and he wins in a unanimous decision. Is what I mostly likely think that might happen, right? Okay. But you guys know I'm wild. I'm crazy over here. I wake up in the morning and just to debate sometimes. So like let's see. Let's see. Keyshawn gets it done. How's he get it done? I think Keyshawn Davis stops him. The sixth round looks good, man. I should have raised Carlos his sixth round and put 8 up there and give me the sixth round, give Carlos the eighth. That's what I should do. Because, let's see here. Let's see. Carlos got the sixth round. Can't be cheating. He called it. I could call the sixth round too, but anybody, you could call it the same round, but I don't like to be like that. I don't like to be a biter like Bam Bam and Frontline. They're a bunch of biters. They're cheaters. And that's what we used to call you on breakdancing day. You a biter. Yo, Bam Bam's doing a backspin right now in his living room. Right now. And Frontline's behind him like this. Yo. Them two dudes, bro. Let me see. What the hell? How do I see this fight, man? This guy is tough, bro. He took Richards and Hitchison all the way. Do I really think that Keyshawn Davis he can hurt him to the body? Keyshawn got those good digging body shots where he gets around, and I can see a scenario where Keyshawn Davis stops him and hurts him with body shots. Rather than body work will take care of and open up the shots upstairs. You know, as long as he goes down to the body, he drops his guard, and he could capitalize that way. I could see that, but I also think that Keyshawn's best bet here is digging into that body. Try to get to that liver real early. Take his legs out. Even though this guy is not such a mobile fighter, he's just typically coming forward and he's in his high guard like this. He's gonna throw the hook like this, and what he's gonna do is he's gonna try to like his jab is not like he throws his jab to just try to snap your head back to try to give him the courage to throw the his big shot, right? Okay. But it's he knows how to work once he crosses that threshold and he's in front of Keyshawn. That's where I'm worried about. Just like Abdullah Mason, where that he was surprised on the inside. Keyshawn Davis is going to have to be a little long and rangy for a little while. That's in a little while in the rounds. You could start off that way, but he's going to have to sit down and really twist some of these shots. He's going to have to plant his front foot. He can't have this guy pushing him back all night. Keyshawn's going to get tired. If he's going backwards the majority of the fight, he's going to start to get drained. And with this guy punching his arms, I could see a scenario like that playing out. So if Keyshawn can control the center of the ring, if he can control the center of the ring and really start to dictate his pace of the fight, he can get this guy to overextend. Keyshawn's a bit tall for the division, and just like he was throwing those shots on Richards and Hitchison, you saw when he would lean down like this and throw the shot from here. See? If Keyshawn Davis and his team, like Bomac, did their homework properly, they know that they could beat him to the punch. He's going to be able to. There's a better punch in that sequence. You see? So that's where I feel they're going to have to capitalize. Nice, nice little jacket, Norfolk. He looking sharp right now. They call him Keyshawn, the businessman Davis, because he's all about the business. Look how Keyshawn right here works off the jab. Watch this. Watch how he sets it up. Bam, bam, body change, boom, boom, boom. If you're gonna sit there and watch him, it's gonna look good against you. That guy in front of Keyshawn right now. Look at him just stepping. Look at his stand. Oh my, that's horrible. That's horrible. How are you gonna compare that fight out of all Keyshawn Davis's fight? You're gonna show him. You're gonna highlight him with against anyway. And by the way, there is no scenario I thought of. This guy wins the fight. There is no scenario I thought of. Even if he wins the fight, stay with me. He knocks out Keyshawn Davis. They're not going to give him credit for this fight coming in 6 pounds overweight. All the criticism he's going to get if he wins this fight, there's no scenario I see he wins. Because Keyshawn and his promoters and his management, if he loses, they're just going to, the campaign, it's going to be, oh, I lost because he cheated. Obviously, they're not going to say they put a big bag of money in front of his face and told him make the weight. They're not going to say that. Where that the guy was saw, you're not going to say no. But he doesn't belong at 135 because he couldn't make the weight anymore. That's why he went up to 140. So listen. Look at that's some of the fight right there against Richard. And he was punching on his legs like that. I told you. I remember that fight. And watch out if some people don't believe he won that fight. Let me take a little bathroom break real quick. Guys, stay here. The fight happens. I'll be right back. I gotta go to the bathroom. Keyshawn Davis stops him in the 8th round. That's my pick. My pick is Keyshawn stops him. Come on, young man. Don't let me down, baby. This is your moment. 8th round. KO. I got Keyshawn in the 8th round. What do you got? Lemos, 8th round. Respect it. Respect. Front lines taking Lemos with the huge upset. Is listen, yo, there is a possibility, and I'm trying to get y'all ready for the possibility of woo. I'm in. I'm sit back and enjoying the show. Bam! Don't you? Hey, Bam! You want to vacate the belt? You're gonna forfeit the belt. Really? You're just gonna drop the belt? Really? Keyshawn, unanimous decision. Armando. Armando's taking the safe bet. That's wait a minute. Yeah, he got the man. I already wrote him down. I used to have a six pack. Now I have a keg. Come on, man. You ain't never had a six pack in your life. Stop fronting. You had two bumps one time, one summer, and you ate three donuts and a Snicker bar, and it went away. Stop playing. I trying to yo, stop the cap, bro. He had a six pack once. He once saw a six pack of Diet Coke. He bought himself, but that's about it. Trying to come up here and lie to y'all. Yo, what's my pick? I went up on the messages a little bit. I was, going up. Yo, I don't always wait until that. I got a lot of explaining. I'm also hosting the show, so that's why I be talking. You know what I mean? Before my pick, all right? Because if not, frontline, you can hop on and you can host the show, and I'll be able to make my pick a little bit better. You know what I mean? But don't be trying to put pressure on me. All right? Yo. But there might be some truth in that because I said the eighth round, and I still haven't wrote it down. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's like I even cheat on myself. Like, you know, I'll call the plug. It's just hidden underneath the cake. He's got the six pack. It's just hidden. It's in there. All right. Go do what Oscar De La Hoya did. The surgery. Oscar De La Hoya, no, it's my six pack. It's in there. They just bring it out more. Yeah, right. That motherfucker got fucking man. They got a whole parade for homeboy. Let's hear some of this. Let me hear a little. They having a fiasco. Yo, my man. Look at his eyes. He's feeling the moment. There are only certain men that can pull shit like that off. Hector Camacho being one of them. He loved to put on a show. That was no problem for my man to fight. No pressure. Mark, where's your pick, Mark? Come on, Lionheart, where you at? Let's get these picks in. Did I thought Mark made his pick? No, he had made a comment about Espinoza. Mark, front line, blah, 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 blah. Come on, guys, don't be afraid. Let's go. This belt is on the line. Oh, the house is packed. Keyshawn done sold, packed out the house. Just leading days into the fight, there was still tickets available, and he sold it out. You know, this is that's when you hear of venues being booked, right? This venue right here, what is it? The capacity 13,000, the most it could be there 10,000, some shit like that, right? Okay, And you hear that, there were tickets still the week of the fight. 2 days prior, leading into the fight, there were still tickets available. Looks like they did well. They packed the house. I think they sold out at the end. But when you hear fighters like Naoya Inoue and they're renting out the Tokyo Arena, it sits 55,000 people. When that fight was announced, that place sold out in 1 day. 1 day. 50,000 plus tickets sold out in 1 day. And you got all he goes his lovely sister singing the national anthem. God bless him. And and it's taken him the entire fight camp, the entire press conference, and for him to get on social media and yell out Tank's name, and now it looks like they sold out the place. My man Naoya Inoue sold over 50,000 tickets within 24 hours. Jesus Christ, you gotta give it to him. You gotta give it to him, bro. 122 pounds. Doing shit like that. Come on, man. I got Keyshawn Davis, 8th round. I'll stay on my pick. He got Lemos, 8th round. So I'm going to take Keyshawn, 8th round. So it's in the book. It's written down. You know what I mean? And as you can see, I had to run the show. That's why my pick must come during this time. But, whatever Frontline wants to say, because what was Frontline's pick? What was Frontline's pick? Frontline pick. Oh, yeah. He had that. That's right. Yeah. He's right here. Yeah. Get the six pack. It's time. Yo, ask Frontline. He hasn't seen a six pack since yesterday when he left the packy store. He got a six pack and came home. Yo, bust it out, baby. It's time to rumble. Let's go. It's fight night. Who's gonna win? Keyshawn, the businessman Davis. Ooh, Shakur Stevenson is in attendance too. Damn, Tank Davis could have pulled up on this fight. He could have killed two birds with one stone. Tank Davis would have come out to this fight right here. Gustavo Lemos. Who's gonna win? They're announcing the three judges that'll be judging this fight. Who do you think's gonna win this fight and why? There's a lot riding here tonight for the young man Keyshawn Davis. Promises of a world title fight if he gets past this opponent right here. Promises of a shot at the WBO championship and perhaps even Tank Davis himself. The lottery fight. Lemos comes into this fight 28 years old, 5'5", 141 pounds, not 44, the weight the day after, which he did weigh in at 144 the next day. Okay? But that was the official weight, 141. You guys seen his boxing record? I had it up on the screen. He is coming off a loss against Richard Hitchinson. But before that loss, he was on a massive knockout streak. The man can bang. The man knows how to set up his punches, put his punches together, and the man knows how to knock a fighter out. Keyshawn Davis's job tonight is going to have to stay alert. He's going to have to stay on the outside. He's going to have to utilize his reach. He's going to have to pick his moments when and where to sit down behind his punches. He's 25 years old. He's 5'9", and he weighed in at the respectable weight of 134 pounds for a 135-pound scheduled fight. As a professional, he may wait. Keyshawn Davis tonight is fighting in his hometown of Norfolk, Virginia. His family is in attendance. His brothers fought tonight on the undercard. Let's see how Keyshawn Davis performs tonight. The stage is set. The moment is yours, young man. What are you going to do? We're about to find out. Is Keyshawn Davis at the level? And does he deserve a fight against a fighter such as Tank Davis? And what makes him so special? We're going to find out. A lot of these questions are going to be answered. He borrowed the skates from Richard Hitchinson. He's anxious. Look at him. He look anxious. He's got to calm down. You got to get your energy in check. You get the event can't be bigger than this fight. You got to check yourself. Know who you are as a fighter. Don't try to do too much. Don't do too little. Be yourself. Keyshawn Davis, right now, I believe anyway, I think he's in a big fight. He can make it look easy. Let's see. Here we go. Round one. Right away, he comes out. He takes a big shot at Keyshawn. Keyshawn's watching him. He popping that jab out there. Lemos stalking Keyshawn. Right away, pushing him back. Keyshawn Davis continues to go backwards. Working the body, good level change. Shuffling back. Lemos is coming in. Lemos looks like he wants to test Keyshawn early. He's swinging big, and he's going to try to catch Keyshawn cold. Keyshawn got to keep that jab hand up. He's playing. He's trying to bait him. He's going to try to roll. He's going to try to shoulder roll Lemos. All right, good, Keyshawn, good. He's seeing everything that Lemos. Keyshawn, don't start that bullshit. Trying to smirk right now. Oh, that shit will come back to bite your ass if you get dropped. For the most part, Keyshawn is seeing everything that Lemos is doing. Lemos is not fast enough, as you could see. He wasn't fast enough for Richard Hitchinson either. But as long as Lemos did this, and he was getting his opponent to work. See, I don't really believe that Lemos thinks he's faster or any of that than Keyshawn. I don't think that is ever his plan. I think his plan is to go forward, keep his opponent going backwards, and try to break their cardio. And it's going to be a test of endurance to see if Keyshawn can survive the storm or hurt him. Yeah, he's trying Keyshawn, bro. That look, Keyshawn's hand's a little too far down, bro. That overhand shot, and it's gonna go right over his left, his right. So it's gonna be his power shot. And Keyshawn's left hand continues. He he wants to be. Everybody likes that Floyd roll, but that that takes twitch muscle movement, cat-like reflexes, and good evading, like just to execute. You gotta you gotta be really athletic to do shit like that and get away with it. Some guys just think that they can get in the stand and the stance itself is gonna roll their punches for them. He just lost his mouthpiece. That shit just popped out. Good body shots. I think Keyshawn Davis is starting to execute his own plan too as well. We can't forget that. Although this is, dangerous fight, I'm sure he knows it. I'm sure Keyshawn Davis and Bomac and company have devised a plan, and they do have a plan. He went to take it out. He lost his mouthpiece. Boop. It went out the ring flying. All right, let's see. I told you Lemos jab is not like a jab. He'll throw it to use it to come in. Once and that's also a sign. Lemos is trying to hurt him. Oh, drop! He came in crazy, made him pay. Good work, Keyshawn. Came in crazy, made him pay. Stun knockout, son. Don't think he's out. That was a stun one, Keyshawn. Oh. Keyshawn took one and gave a better one. Oh! Yeah, Keyshawn! Oh, no, he got him doing his stanky leg. No, he's hurt. He's hurt. He is hurt. He is hurt. Stop the fight. Yeah, Keys. Ah! 11 fights. I guess so. Wait a minute. Hold up. Wait a minute. Yo. Listen. Yo. Great performance from the young man, Keyshawn Davis. Great performance. Good victory. Showed his punching power. Showed his patience in the fight. Yeah. Okay, young man. Okay, I see you. That's how you got to take care of business right there. He was composed. He had a plan. He was patient. He looked for his openings and he pulled the trigger. Most importantly, he didn't. Oh, beautiful. The second one, he takes a shot. Oh, nice. Right there. That's the shot he took. He took a punch. I knew it. I saw it. The punch bounced right off his head, and Keyshawn wobbled a little, but Keyshawn hit him better. Keyshawn took his punch, but he couldn't take Keyshawn's punch. Boom! Nice. Keyshawn big, man. Damn, a referee went down with him. He got two. He scored two knockdowns in the fight. He dropped the opponent and the referee. Bam! They both down in the count. Now who's counting? Who's doing the counting if they're both down? Who's doing the counting? Yo, he didn't run. He didn't run. He was stepping back, allowing him to be aggressive, and he did the right thing when he started pressuring. Noticed that Keyshawn was hitting him with that body shot, right? So when he was coming in, he started thinking body. Keyshawn called him upstairs, changed levels on him, set him up. Boom. My man was a little wild, but not always every fighter will be able to catch him. You know, Keyshawn Davis surprised him because Richard Hitchison wasn't able to do that to him. Okay, and at a much bigger weight, Keyshawn Davis put him away. 2 rounds, boop, get him out of here. You can't ask for a better night for the Davis family right now. The mayor being attended, everybody who's everybody from Norfolk, Virginia is probably in attendance. All the brothers are happy. Look at them, they're all hugging right now. Keyshawn Davis's little brother is even taller than him. And where does he go from here now? Now, how do people feel about him calling out Tank Davis? Now, with a performance like this, right? Okay, that guy's not Tank Davis. I get it, right? But Keyshawn went in there and he's taking care of, now I can say, good quality of opponents. Although this guy got brought down to the division, he wasn't like a guy in the ranking. So, I still wouldn't put Keyshawn Davis right away. It doesn't mean next scheduled fight against Tank Davis. No, I wouldn't go that route. No, I'm not. But I take him more serious now as a future potential threat to Tank's title. Yeah. The man's getting better. We got to acknowledge that. His competition is getting better. Not at a Tank Davis level, but definitely getting better. His performance obviously got better. Tank does that all the time. So yeah. Good night for the young man. I hope that this is a great milestone in your career. Great milestone. Great accomplishment. Good night. But the young man can't stay in the party too long. If you know, you know. Right? He needs to get back into the gym. No vacations. Perfect your craft. Sometimes small victories like this can go to a fighter's head. Edgar Berlanga. Right? Then all of a sudden you start seeing your fighters on their next fights go down. Instead of getting better, going down. I got to hear what he says. I got to. You want to copyright me? I'll cut this out later. See, that's what I was talking about. When he says, did he come up too much over? We weren't going to fight. We had a plan. Meaning the second weight, he weighed in at 144. Dennis Perenche. Ooh. Wow. That's what's up. He said Tank Davis knock knock, meaning he's knocking on the door. Not that he's ready to challenge him, which that's a better way to make yourself known that, okay, I want you to know I'm coming, right? Tell Tank Davis I'm coming. He's just not coming for him right now. You know what I'm saying? Like Keyshawn Davis, he showed improvements. He showed poise, he showed patience, and he showed that he can see openings if you make mistakes in front of him. He's a lot further in boxing than his brothers are, but he started earlier, and his brothers now see that this boxing shit can pay off, and now they're getting serious with it too, and it's a beautiful thing. You might have just saved both your brothers' lives. Real talk. Took them out the streets and everything because might go somewhere else, or maybe they were good boys and stuff and hardworking men or whatever. But you took them out of them 9 to 5s though, and now they can become prize fighters. And that was all due to your vision, your dream, Keyshawn. What you saw out of boxing and what boxing can do for your family and for your family name. We talked about all situations like this on my channel. When you win a world title or you can win 4 belts, what does that not only do for you, but for your family name? When your mother walks down the street, she's going to hold her head up high like this. They're going to open doors for her. There goes the champ's mom, so and so. There's the champ's sister. Yo, the mayor is in attendance. You think they're going to give him the key to the city? He wins a world title? They probably will. Not right now. They'll give him like a key to the city that don't open a lot of doors. Is the cute one. They give that one out a lot of times. But the real key to the city, when the mayor like presents it to you type shit, like you walking in places, eating for free, all kinds of stuff, you know. And the city, you start getting streets named after you and stuff, you know, the Davis, Park Place, type shit. Davis Ave. They probably got that already all over, But it would be nice. And your stars will change. And this is what boxing did for his family. Because that young man stuck to his dreams and aspirations of wanting to be a world champion. And although he hasn't reached a real world champion plateau, he has 2 belts right there. Those belts look hella nice, don't they? Those are good accomplishment belts right there. And for sure, here goes Shakur Stevenson. Is that Terrence Crawford and his wife? I didn't get to see him because I got my sunglasses on too. But was that Terrence Crawford? Because that looked like Terrence Crawford's wife that was sitting in the seat. And I was like, what's she doing next to Shakur? And then I looked over and I'm not sure if it was him, but it did look like his wife. And then I saw the hoodie, the white one, but I had the sunglasses on. So, but anyway, the young man, you know, good job, Keyshawn Davis. I think that you definitely needed this. There was a lot of pressure. If you don't think there was a lot of pressure on Keyshawn Davis tonight, you're sadly mistaken. This young man had to, go out there knowing his entire city was, and he had to learn how to turn that off and go to work. That's not easy to do. Not everybody can do that and have all their shit together up here and not thinking about the party already before the fight, you know. And I hope Keyshawn Davis, stays focused, and I would like to see some more of him. So, fight fans, I hope you guys had a great night of boxing. There was no official winner for the Notre Dame World Championship. Bam Bam survived to see another day, But since Bam said he was sitting out on this one, so we got a text saying he vacated the belt. So I got the text right here, the proof. He was like, I'm sitting out on this one right here. It is his text, right? So isn't that an admission that he was vacating the belt? Frontline, what do you think? Armando, what do you think? Guys, what do you guys think? I think he vacated the belt. So I guess it falls back on me, right? Is that not how it goes? Yo, don't let them cheat you. Oh, no. Yo, listen, guys. You guys have been amazing. Thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to give these videos a like. And if you can, share the videos. Comment on the videos. It helps push the videos through the algorithm. Please comment on the video. Drop something in the chat. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. It's been a great night of boxing. I'm going to go on probably tomorrow in the morning to do a recap of the fight because we got more fights coming up tomorrow. Saturday night, we got some big fights coming up. So we definitely got a nice weekend of boxing to go. So listen, fight fans, I know that I'm going to be up with you guys. I'm going to cut this video right here short. Love each other. Take care of each other. Be safe out there. And like always, I'm on to the next one after this one here at Round One Sports Talk.